Hey guys, welcome back to We Watch a Movie. I'm Mike, he's Jay, and finally on Halloween, in the darkness of the ditches and the brooms of the witches that burn and burn.
Are you singing Rob Zombie?
I am. Whatever you say I am. If I wasn't, then why would I say I am?
Because you are.
I went Rob Zombie to Eminem.
I don't know what you just did.
I'm so innovative.
Skittles are fun.
The Exorcist. The Exorcist. Number one, first thing right off the fucking bat, it's the scariest movie in all time.
There's no fucking doubt.
It's the scariest movie of all time.
So let me tell you how this happens. First off, with The Exorcist, I have the DVD, the versions you've never seen before, as they say on the cover.
You want a fucking cookie?
Yeah.
I spit. You like my pumpkin?
I don't like it. I don't even like touching the fucking disc, dude. Like, it scares me. Like, on the disc, on the version you've never seen before, DVD that I have from 2002, I think, I pull it out, I touch it like this, I'm like, shh. And I put it in the DVD player, like, okay. And then it starts playing, I'm like, oh my god, here we go, oh my god. It, like, literally has to be the most fucking intensive, like, freaking movie I've ever watched in my life. Because there's parts of it you get anxiety attacks.
Yeah.
Like, towards the end, you're like, you're like, I can't breathe, dude. I can't breathe.
It's a hodgepodge. I mean, you got that first scene in Iraq,
yeah,
where the priest goes over there and he's digging through shit. I still am not sure what the fuck is happening.
I don't even know what that is.
But he finds something weird. He takes his little Mentos out of his tin, and then he's all fucked up. And then he goes and sees that statue, and the dogs are fighting, and you just know, you don't know what's happening. You just know that something bad just happened. And then we fast forward into this actress in her home, and her daughter Reagan is slowly becoming possessed by this demon, and that's kind of the story of it. But what the best thing about this movie is the sense of impending doom that comes. Yep. They hit you on both fronts. You've got the Halloween type of suspense, like you know something bad's coming. When there's shit hitting in the attic, and like there's creepy sounds happening, you can almost, like, once you watch it the second time, you look at it and you know, like, you can sense where the demon is. You never see it, but you can sense the demon's in the attic, the demon's here, the demon's there. You can sense it when Reagan finally, like, when she's sleeping and she opens her eyes, you're like, you're just gonna look like that. Yeah,
right. The thing is, like, what you're saying is, like, tension. The tension is always palpable. It's always taut, and you're always expecting the worst to happen, and it just makes you feel fucking weird. You're just like, I'm going to go to church maybe after this. Like, you just like, I don't know. But yeah, they build it up so well. Even when it was released, I don't know, it was 74? 73. Today, it's still scary as fuck. Like, it's never lost an edge.
Not a bit, dude. Not a touch. And, like, the thing about this is, the thing that scares me more than anything, it's not even the moments with Reagan when she starts to go fucking banana sandwich crazy. It's not those moments that scare me. What scares me is, like, knowing it's coming. Like, seeing that face. That fucking face.
Subliminal.
That fucking face,
I hate that face.
God, I hate that.
Dude, you know what I did when I was watching this, and I did the pillow thing. I was like, because I had to watch it by myself, which sucks, because single life. It's so cool. But I was watching it like this, and when that face, I would actually go on Google, and I was like, when's the face pop up?
Are you serious?
I was like,
you ruined it.
No, I didn't, because they didn't.
You blew it.
It never fucking told me. It was like, the face pops up 3 times. It's like, when, bitch? And then it would pop up, and like, when it popped up the first time, when, what was his name?
Father Karras.
Father Karras is seeing his mother go down the subway tunnel,
like,
and then you see the black dog, you see the clicking talk. You see the clicking, the ticking clock, and I do say that 3 times fast. The ticking clock. You see all.
It's a dual real wheel. It's a dual real. It's a dual real wheel. A dual real wheel. Say that.
Dual real wheel.
Dual wheel. Dual rear. Dual real wheel. Dual rear wheel. Say it.
Fun times.
Do it. Say it.
What?
Say dual rear wheel fast.
Dual real wheel. Okay, but yeah, when all that scene's going down and then you see that face pop up, it's fucking holy sugar shit bombs. No. And then after that, then you see it one time when he's in the kitchen and that little face pops up in the corner.
Yeah.
And I'm like, where did you come from? Why are you? It looks like Maleficent. It's like,
I don't
fucking Sleeping Beauty.
It's the stupidest thing. I mean, it's literally a chick that's like painted up in like dollar store makeup, and it's the scariest fucking thing that's ever happened to me in my adult life.
And then that one scene when Reagan sits up in the bed and you see that shot of her face and you see the morphing.
Yeah.
It's so weird, and it's like, what are you doing to me? I don't want to see your fucking stuff.
I love Father Karras, dude, because he's got this whole thing with his mom, and no, I don't even know how it ties in. I don't want to think about it once it's over with, but there's this whole weird thing with his mom. You know, he's taking care of her. He's a priest. I love priests, by the way. I want to be a priest. What do they do? What's he do? He works out. When he gets pissed off, he punches a bag. They go to the bar and they have a few drinks, and he's like, I can't do this anymore. And you got that great 70s movie dialogue.
I loved his character though, because it's not just how cool of a guy that he is. He seems like he's also one of those guys that's like a borderline alcoholic.
Yeah,
he's like, I have no faith. Fuck it. I don't care.
He's like, where'd you get the Chivas Regal? He's like, I stole it.
I know. He's like, who wouldn't do that? But he just seems like that guy that is borderline losing his faith, but at the same time he gets reinvigorated by saying, I see this little girl suffering, and I gotta help her.
And he's a good actor.
He's a great actor. I love that guy. I wish he had been in more stuff. And then obviously you got Max. I can't.
Max von Sydow.
Sith
Lord Sydow.
Oh, he's gonna be a Jedi. I promise. But he is great too. I mean, then they play off each other so well.
This shit is basically based on a true story, apparently. There's a bunch of scary shit that happened while they were filming this. A bunch of devilish type shit. They tried to get the set blessed. All sorts of stuff. If you want to go there's a whole bunch of creepy shit.
Rob Zombie's somewhere whacking off right now. But really? And
someone have a beard?
And Marilyn Manson's like in the background, like, dope show.
Yeah, but I mean, it's William Peter Blatty wrote the book on it. And what's awesome about this is he wrote that book when he was on like unemployment. Like he wrote like the greatest thing of all time. Like the girl who did the voice for Reagan, she would like eat raw eggs and smoke cigarettes, and she was an alcoholic, but she would drink to get herself into character on set because it would help her throat.
Could you imagine being her boyfriend? Like, bitch, I'm not kissing you. Are you fucking kidding? But no, I did hear Max von Sydow. Apparently, when he got into the room with Reagan, the actor, he forgot his lines because of the string of curses that came out of Linda Blair's mouth. He forgot his lines. It was so intense. He
was
like,
2.0.
It's like, holy fuck, did you hear? She told me to put my cock up her ass. That's what she said.
What?
But there was like, and it's not meant to be funny, but I couldn't help but laugh at some point when Reagan's head turns around backwards and she's talking to her mom and she's like, did you see what she did? What your cunting daughter did? I was like, oh my god. I was like, C-3PO, you are vulgar.
Well, that's the thing. They slowly bring you in. You've got Father Karras and his story. You've got the other stories going on, and they slowly bring you in with this fucking subliminal face that's Tyler Durden style. Fuck my mother. Wait, don't fuck my mother. But I got a bone to pick with the mom, too. I don't like her that much anyway. I don't think she's that great of a mom, okay? She wasn't, like, really bad or anything like that. But, for one, when your daughter's going through an exorcism, and you see the bed shaking, you see all this shit happening, the next day she's like, all right, good night, sweetie, lets her sleep in her own bed, and then just walks down the hall. And you're surprised that the bitch got possessed?
Well, I think they were going for, like, the girl, like, she, you know, the whole like, that's not the first thought that's coming in your brain. Like, if you're a parent or somebody that's, like, dealing with that, you're not going to think, oh, they're demon possessed.
I'm also not going to let her sleep alone in her bedroom, you know?
She's like 12 years old.
I don't like it, Jay.
Well,
I don't like it, sir. And I move to object.
Take your tampon out and let's get with it. But here's the thing. Okay, but I did think it was funny, though, when she took him to the doctors, and they're like, it's nerves. It's nerves. It's just nerves. And then they're the psychiatrist, and at some point when that bitch is speaking in a different fucking, like, tone of voice, and she sounds like a trucker that's had, like, 18 packs of cigarettes a day.
Yeah.
Like, you probably, at some point, you're like, maybe I should go visit the church, because something's a little bit off here. Like, when your daughter is talking about, your mother's in here. Like, you know, just this dark, like, deep, demonic voice. Like, there's something odd about that, but yet she's still like, no, nothing's wrong. And then when your daughter is, like, dude, when they did the spider walk,
yeah,
and she does the spider walk down the steps, and they sped it up, and then she goes, and she does the freaking Gene Simmons blood, If you were a parent at that point, you'd be like, she's adopted. I can't believe it. I'm taking her back.
Get the fuck out! No, well, the funny story about that scene too is it wasn't in the original one.
Yeah.
The spider walk wasn't, and he had originally said that he thought it was too much too soon. But what turned out to be is the fact that they didn't have the technology yet to where you couldn't see the cords hanging.
Yeah.
So that's a fun thing there. The re-updone version of it, unlike Star Wars, is way better than the original.
Fucking scary, dude.
You got more of that scary face popping over the dark. You got the spider walk, and that makes it way better. But the scenes in this, first off, and this is my question of the day right off the bat too. Also, what's the scariest scene to you in this? What's the one scene that really just gets your game?
Dude, I don't think there's one specific scene. I think that I swear to God, this is when I was at the moment. I was like, I need an inhaler. The last 30 minutes, it's so intense. When they're actually performing the exorcism, and she was like, sitting up bench, she's licking her tongue, and she's doing all this fucking, wow, you have to pay a stripper a lot of money to do that. She's just doing this intense shit, and you're like, that's like the last 30 minutes of the film.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think there's one specific scene necessarily that makes me think of like the scariest part, but the last 30 minutes of the film is the scariest part.
I'm with you on that. For me, honestly, it's the first time it really hits off for me. The first time that they go in a room and the shit's flying in the air and she's screaming the shit at her and her head turns around backwards for the first time, I was like, it's too fucking much for me. I can't take it. Plus the spider walk was amazing. But
I really felt like
the scariest thing in the fucking movie, dude, for me is the face there. The fucking.
I hate that fucking
It's the scariest part in the whole movie.
When I was watching this, when I was done, I realized to myself, I was like, I have to pee. And I don't want to get up.
No.
And I feel like I need like a freaking chain with smoke and do the whole Cambalazo. Like just,
I needed to go get Mary Ann from Paranormal
just to
Activity
pee.
too.
Just to pee, dude. I had to have the little swinging chain like, no. It scared the shit out of me. But the last 30 minutes, it's just so intense. Like your hands get sweaty. You get this heated fever, and you're like, what's gonna happen?
But then out of nowhere, right when you think you're in the eye of the fucking storm, the bitch's head turns around. And then after that, she says something even fucking scarier. It's just like, it's a roller coaster ride, and you go through the drop, and then you think it's over, and then there's another drop, and there's another drop, and until you're in a fucking dark corner alone with a beard, wearing whitey tighties, drinking a fifth of fucking Heaven's Hill, and you don't know what you do with your life.
I need tequila for this movie.
That's what this movie is.
But you know what? The truth is, even as a parent, at some point when your friggin' daughter's head turns around, at what point are you like, nope. You're like, no, I'm not dealing with that today.
I love this. I loved it too when they found the body and they were like, yeah, someone fell down the steps. He's like, but his head was turned around completely, and they were like, well, that could.
Are you on the lieutenant?
Yeah.
That guy, by the way, is the most creepiest creeper I've ever seen.
I know.
He's so obsessed with movies. He's like, come see a movie with me. Come see a movie. I was like, no, motherfucker, I don't want to see a movie. He's like, the guy was trying to be so. Karis was trying to. I've already seen it. He's like, yeah, but you can kind of see it again. And then at the end of the never before seen footage or whatever, when he talks to the other father, he's like, I think this is the beginning of a beautiful friendship. And they walk off, and it's like, dude, you just need to get a girlfriend or something.
He's lonely. And then she answers the door when all the shit's going on. His face is like...
But you're right about one thing, though. Like, as far as how they build it up to a point where you're so scared of anything happening, somebody, if you would see this in theater and somebody like let out an SPD, you would hear it and be like, what? But no, dude, when the phone rings, when Father Karras is alone in his apartment and he saw it and it rings, my heart went, my heart was like, dude, I swear to God, my heart almost like was like, no, we're gonna fucking take a time out. Because it scared the shit out of me because you're so involved in what's going on. And the coolest thing is that they don't use music. They use music at some point.
Just the
Tubular
Tubular
Bells is a great song, but they don't use music when they're doing the exorcism. It's not like that haunting. It's just, this is like, it looked like a real life thing. Like, it's and without having music, it makes it scary.
And it ends in that perfect broken hero saves the day moment. Like when he finally, when you're thinking, when Father Maron's dead and he goes in there and finds him, you're thinking, God, what's next? What's going to happen? And then it just ratchets it up another point. He fucking the only thing you can do at that point is grab her and start beating the shit out of her. And you're thinking, this is what's gonna happen. When he actually, he's got her and he says, coming to me, damn it, coming to me. They don't waste a second. Split second, the demon jumps into him, and the best fucking possible ending. I think the ending, like when you're watching a movie like this, you're thinking, there's no way this is going to end as good as it is right now. And that was the perfect fucking ending. Well, he takes the demon and he says, he has enough sound mind to be like, I gotta kill myself to get it out of this house. He jumps out the window and it's just the perfect fucking ending.
I love that ending. I mean, the guy that had no faith has all the faith left and sacrifices himself for that little girl to make sure that demon didn't survive. The thing is, though, I know that when he was going out that window, it was like, I just wanted to fucking retire. Like, this is not supposed to be. It's supposed to be
Windy, I can fly!
Apparently not, you son of a bitch. But yeah, There's no doubt that the whole sequence with that scene happening and him beating the shit out of her. And by the way, when he did beat the shit out of her, I was like, you were beating the shit out of that little girl like it was your job and business was good. Like, he was fine. I felt good. I felt good when he was doing. I was like, beat that fucking bitch's ass. Because he was like, because when she started laughing that she killed Father Marin, and he's just like, pimp slapping her like she owed her like money. And then he's like coming to me. Like, I still like felt good though.
It also says I gotta break it
because you're gonna have like if you saw that in real life, it's either gonna be the flight or fight response.
Yeah.
And my first response would probably be the flight. Like I mentioned, my Bible's left in the car. I'll see you guys later. But then again, it might turn into I wouldn't even talk to her. I would just run and beat the shit out of her. It's like, you threatened me.
And then I want to take that back from earlier. By the way, the scariest scene in this entire movie for me is no doubt the crucifix scene. I don't even want to talk
That's
about.
so nasty.
I don't even want to talk about what the fuck happens. That shit is so wrong and gross. And why didn't they take her to a doctor and get that shit checked out? She's got to have extra holes and shit down there. That can't be fucking good.
If I was the butler and the mom had come in there and I'd seen that and I'd been watching through the crack of the door while the mom is dealing with that, I'd be like, so your daughter just Fagini'd herself with a cross.
I wouldn't just leave. I would burn the fucking house down behind me.
Yeah, I would do something. I'd say, I'm going to throw gasoline on that bitch.
That was too much. That was too fucking much.
That was nasty.
They took it to a... How did the fuck did that get not right in NC-17?
That's what Roger Ebert said. He said he thought it was amazing and a miracle in itself that it didn't get an X-rated film. Because they said, Roger Ebert gave that a 4 out of 4, but when he gave his critique, he said that it was just porn, like horror porn. It was just like this grotesque, over-the-top, nasty thing in your face. And he was like, I fear that the American culture has come to this. That we're moving away from the Hitchcock and the Vincent Price kind of slow burner, mental thriller kind of thing, and now just in your face grotesque.
In a way, he was right.
I do believe that he's right. Like that, it skirted under the radar without an X rating. Insane. Because when they released this on TV, I don't know if it was CBS or whoever did it, they made it to where that scene specifically, you just see a shot of the Virgin Mary crying bloody tears.
Yeah.
They don't show that specific scene. And I don't think they show her when she was like, lick me!
Oh, and then she put her face in it.
That's so much scope. That woman had so much scope in her future, it's ridiculous. It's so nasty.
Yeah, no, I can't even deal with how hardcore that was. Like, and that's the thing. This movie shocks you to a point where you can't even control your.
That's what it is. That's really, at the end of the day, this is what every movie like Hostel, Saw, those kind of movies, they want to shock audiences to a point where you're like, I'm disturbed. I'm gonna go to church tomorrow.
Makes me sick.
Tomorrow.
Makes me sick to think about.
This would turn like a friggin' Buddhist. Like, tell me about Jesus. But yeah, that it was so. It just. That's what it set the standard. It set the friggin' tentpole.
No one's ever touched it.
Nobody has. I mean, it's just because it wasn't relying on. I don't agree with some of the critiques that came out in the 70s and even later on about like, oh, it was just made for this shock factor and no storytelling whatsoever. I thought the story was great. I thought that the actors were amazing. Like it's a perfect 10.
It's a 10. That's what I'm saying. It's the scariest fucking movie of all time.
It is.
And what's scarier? I mean, comment below. Let me know if something's scarier to you. Tell me. This is the scariest movie of all time. This is, to me, the best horror movie that's ever been made.
Definitely.
Exorcist is a 10 out of 10. Comment below with your thoughts. What do you guys think?
It's one of those movies, it's like kryptonite. Because every time I've asked when I've been hanging out with a girl, like, do you want to watch it? I'm like, fuck no, I'll go. Take me home. Take me the fuck home. I was like, can I get some sex? After? It's like, what if we just like hold hands and like we'll watch this movie together and like
make her some pea soup.
No, fuck that nasty shit. I just slapped that bitch right in the face when she vomited on me. I was like, you nasty.
You'd be the worst priest.
I'll be a real priest. If a priest if you vomit on me, you don't do that. But it really will. If you mention The Exorcist to a girl or a guy even, and you're just like, hey,
you have dates with guys a lot?
I don't. Don't go back to your fantasies. But no, I'm just saying, if you mention with your friends or whatever, you're out, like, hey, let's watch The Exorcist. They're like, no, I'm not. It's like saying, I'm going to bring a Ouija board out with black magic candles.
There's scenes in this movie that no matter what kind of party you're at, everyone's going to shut the fuck up and be like, So that's our review of it, guys. 10 out of 10 for both of us. Comment down below. What did you think of Exorcist? What's the scariest movie of all time in your opinion? This is our number one. Comment below. Let us know. We love your faces. It's been a great Halloween horror month. And if you're new to the channel, follow us at We Watch Movie. Click that subscribe button and get some wham up in you. Not with the crucifix.
Nomenos patre capatata.
We watched a movie. Yeah. We watched a movie.